Okay, wait, this is 3 check. Wait, this is 3 check. What am I doing? I got if I take, I give a check. What am I doing? Play knight f6 here. Wait, what am I doing here? He wants to get a check. I might just be lost actually if I'm not careful. How do I stop the checks? I guess I'm gonna play a6 here and e6. Let's go here. I think there's a magician for the 9 months. Yeah, cause takes, I go rook a7. If I get bishop d6, I mean it's bad, but maybe it's okay. This looks very sussy. That's because it is. That's because I'm in real danger of losing. Okay, we get knight b5. Now I can obviously take, but I can also just take. He gets a check, but I take. All right, you guys, on that note, we're gonna as soon as this game ends, we are gonna move on over to kick. So this is 2 checks. Oh, I can't stop the 3rd check, can I? So yeah, we're gonna move on over to kick. So again, once again, if you guys do want to watch, I was planning on doing this anyway, but I played too many blitz games. Did I have a way to stop this? If I take, there's bishop b5 takes, queen e2. There's no way to stop a 3rd check. Oh, I could have played rook e5. That's how I stopped the 3rd check. All right, you guys, we should be back if I'm not mistaken. Let me just resign this game and we'll keep going. We should be back. Let me get the chat up, of course. Play e3 here. Play e3 here. Yeah, we should be live. Okay. All right. We are back, of course. Okay, so we're going to continue with our arena for those of you guys who are watching. We have a lot of stuff to cover today. A lot of stuff to cover. Let's play knight c3 here. First, yes, first, exactly. So a lot of stuff to cover. Of course, we're gonna be talking about the world championship primarily at a certain point. Board is scuffed a touch. The board is, oh, you're right, because it's 3 check, it's not regular. So because it's 3 check, it's a little bit different. Yeah, that's why. Okay, so all right, anyway, you guys, what was I saying? I was saying something, I don't remember what, but I was saying something. You could be an Olympian, why don't you play for the fans? Because you guys, as far as the Olympics goes, you have to commit to where you would go to Singapore for the grand finals. And for me, I mean it's great content and everything, but I don't want to go to Singapore for the finals. That's just it. Something about kick I forgot exactly. Totally, you guys. So we get knight f6. Okay, check 1 check of 3. Let's play here. We're not going to do Reddit recap every week, you guys, because normally if I take a week off from Reddit recap, or we do it like once a month, it generally turns out a lot better if we do the whole month. So probably I'm not going to do much Reddit recap in the near future. So okay, we get rook g8. I'm going to play knight h4, guard all the pawns, play queen h5. This is my first time on kick. How's it going? Aki for life. Hope you're enjoying it. Of course, very similar to Twitch, but there are a couple of big differences. First difference, there are no ads. So if you are just coming over and you're turning on the stream, you're like, wait, where are those skippable ads I always get on Twitch at the start? And you're like, oh, I don't get those. That's first thing. No ads on Twitch, or no ads on Kick to start with. Secondly, if you do subscribe to my channel, you guys, I get 95% of the sub revenue as opposed to 50% on Twitch. So basically, out of $5, I get $4.75 $4.75 out of the sub revenue versus $2.50. So let's take and play like knight f5, get a second check. Yeah, so that's that. Okay, I think I can throw in I'm gonna throw in a second check somewhere pretty soon. Yeah, it's 3 checks. Oh, there's no Chromecast. Yeah, I'm aware of that. So I'm just gonna sack the queen, do a Botez gambit, and sack on d6, and that's GG. As far as the closing ceremony, I mean, I feel very bad for Nepo. I mean, obviously Nepo just wants to get out of there, but you guys, you know what's wild is that there is what's wild about the whole Ding Nepo match is there's a grand chess tour event starting in like 6 days in Romania, and Nepo and Ding are both supposed to play. Now I'm not shocked by Ding not withdrawing, but I am honestly just legitimately stunned that Ding is that Nepo is going to play. Because if I was Nepo, I would literally go sit on a beach for the next like week and not like just disconnect completely from the world. If I were Nepo, I would. So that's just me, my personal take. Let's play knight c6 here. I mean, it's not crazy that, and as far as Ding goes, Ding won. Like, why would the winner withdraw? Like, he won. There's no reason to withdraw. Because he could go lose 50 points. Who cares? What, I mean, nobody cares. He won the match. That's all that really matters. But as far as Nepo goes, the fact that he lost the match, I am actually very surprised. Let's go here, hit the pawn. Okay, he plays queen e2, which is a good move. I could play d5. D5 looks sus, but I'm gonna play it anyway. Would chess work if it's in the Olympics? Maybe. No, you guys, I do not intend to play in the FIDE World Cup, just to be clear. I do not. I mean, I already was pretty sure I wouldn't play, and now I'm 100% sure after yesterday. So I'm just gonna castle here. Nepo deserved it, but he wasn't a shark. I mean, you could say Nepo deserved it, you could say Ding deserved it. Both players on some level deserved it. So after takes, I'm going to take with the queen, pressure on the knight. Knight d4 is a big threat. Pretty good position here. Why don't I play classical chess? I'll be playing in Norway chess. I'll be playing in Norway chess at the end of May. So we got bishop d3. He's trying to take the pawn. I'm actually not worried. I'm just going to go king h8 and dodge it. Oh wait, there's queen e6, but that can't work. So yeah, I'm going to go here, play king h8, knight d4. Let's go here. Yeah, let's see what we get. So he gets one check, but I have knight h2. I also have, wait, that's 1 2. I mean, this looks very close to winning for me. I have a check, I have a check, I have a check, multiple checks here. Yeah, multiple checks here. I think this is a forced win almost, but I could be wrong. It's such a shame you can't subscribe to the Netherlands. I heard you say that yesterday. Pontifex watches Kick. I did hear that. I saw you wrote a message. I mean, it was yesterday or a day ago. That is actually very stunning to me if that is the case. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not sure. But anyway, if I didn't lose the thing to the cancer, would you be world champion right now? I'm gonna again, for like the millionth time, I'll say this. I'll say a couple of things. First of all, you cannot go back in time and change it. That's the first thing. The second thing is, if I had made it and I was there and said Ding, like everything would have been different. It's just like if Magnus had played, you would not have had 7 decisive or 6 decisive games in classical chess. Like you would not have had those things happen. So like it's illogical to even suggest that. I mean, I know you're probably trolling or having fun, but like those thoughts don't even enter into my mind. Now, you know who was thinking about it though? I'll give you guys the hot take for the morning. The hot take for the morning is, you know who was actually thinking about it at the end of the match when he was doing live commentary? Was of course Fabiano Caruana. Now he was definitely thinking about it, because Fabiano, and I'm just gonna say this, Fabiano of course is not gonna say this because he's gonna get hate for it, but I can say it because I know I have a pretty good sense of what Fabiano thinks. But Fabiano for sure is thinking like, what the fridge, why didn't I settle for second place? Fabiano was in clear second place midway through the tournament. He could have stabilized, gotten second place, no ifs, ands, or buts. So for Fabiano, it was very legitimate that he could have gotten second place. That's the first thing. Additionally, for Fabiano, when he prepared for the match, he spent months and months doing really high level prep in the Sveshnikov and all his Spanishes, everything else. And I'm sure that Fabiano was thinking to himself, like, what the heck was this prep? I could have done better prep than either of these guys. I'm gonna go here. If he checks, I block. He gets 2 checks quickly, but I just don't have to give him a 3rd check, I think. Okay, it was king f8. Let's play c3 here. Yeah, that's my general take actually about the whole thing. Let's go knight g6 here to hit the pawn, and knight g5. Last time I played Magnical in classical chess was a long time ago. A long time ago, you guys. I don't know when it was, but it was probably 2019, maybe it was Sinkfield Cup. Actually, you know what? I think it was. I think it was that rook and pawn end game in the Sinkfield Cup. That it was like the final round, right? That Queen's Gambit declined, where before the game I didn't do any prep. I was already in the process of the evolutionary stage of becoming a streamer and not caring about chess. So yeah, that was when that was when before that last round game, which was the Queen's Gambit decline, I went out to Top Golf and I was hitting balls all morning long before the game, and then I lost that stupid like 7-hour rook and pawn end game or whatever it was. Let's go G4 here. Yeah, that's I'm pretty sure that's correct. Yep. Thank you so much to Hedred for subscribing. Thank you so much to Hedred, appreciate it. Thank you so much for the subscription. Now I'm not sure if I'm better here, but I got one check. I can play H5 here. Why blame Magnus? Fide was the one that hadn't sent the contract. Well, I mean, as far as Fide goes, like, again, I don't think we should really talk about all those things right now, primarily because I think at the moment it's like we should be celebrating Ding Loren, who won the match against Nepo, or frankly celebrating both players for a great match, rather than sort of like picking apart Fide. There will always be opportunities to do that, but I don't feel like it's probably the right time to do that today, is my personal take. I'm gonna go here to hit the pawn. I've got to be a little bit careful. There's like some tricks, but yeah. So I'm gonna castle here, play f4 next with me. Maybe knight g6, maybe not. We'll see. I guess I'll take the pawn. There are no checks for him either, though, here, so it's pretty balanced. So yeah, we get h5 here, so I guess I can play g5. Oh, all right, you guys. Sorry, I got an email about the Grand Prix this Saturday. So yeah, so I'll be going to the Grand Prix in Miami, courtesy of Kick. So okay, we got h5. I'm just gonna take the pawn here. Nice. Good stuff. Let's just take the rook and create checkmate in one. Yeah. So yeah. All right, we get check. I just take and I take the rook and I get mate. Yeah, nice. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, vlog or vlog, sorry, I was about to say vlog. Yeah, vlog. Let's play g6, bishop g7, and e6 here. Let's see how we're doing in the standings. Pretty good so far. Let's play bishop g7. Twitch could never. Well, I mean, didn't Jake and Shake go or something? But he of course he went on his like, I think he went on his like own dime, or he got something. But yeah, Paris taking another dub. Yeah, Paris won, right? Paris won. What's the time? Well, I'm gonna go on qualifying day, not on the actual race day, because I do kind of want to like mingle a little bit. I have like some VIP passes, as opposed to like just going and sitting and watching the race. Like, you kind of like, if I'm gonna go there, I want to actually actually like meet a driver or two, and on a like race day, they're gonna be like psychotic. Like they're gonna be like fridge off to everybody. I mean, I would be the same way with chess. It's like, you don't want to be meeting people or doing anything you know, when that's the case. So let's go to knight d5 here. Yeah, so yeah, in knight d5, hit the pawn e3, hit the pawn on b2. You might get interviewed. That would be funny. Yeah, you'll actually, what will happen is in like 6 months you'll see me in like the documentary, right? Drive to Survive season 6 or whatever it is they're on now. You get h4. I'll just go back. I haven't actually made a check, right? He's got a check. I have no checks. Alfa Romeo. I'll make sure to get pictures. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, let's go knight g4, hit the rook, maybe knight e7. Let's take the rook here. Any drivers that are chess fans? Actually, frankly, far too many, I think, are chess fans. You have too many. You have I think Mick Schumacher apparently has a chess set with him all the time. So he plays chess with everybody. I think Lando Norris, like, he subbed to me on Twitch some time back. He definitely plays chess. I think there are a couple others too. I think Leclerc and Sainz play chess pretty frequently. Let's go here and trade some b-shops. Mick will have time since... Oh, is Mick not driving? I mean, I haven't followed super closely, but let's play knight h2 and knight f3. Yeah, let's go check. We get one check. Let's play e5 and trade pieces here. I guess I'll just take with the pawn. Take. We got bishop e3. Let's play rook d8. I need to get a couple of checks. Now, once again, we're starting with arena here, and the reason we're doing this arena, which while it might be a little bit boring, you guys, is because in order to play in the Decathlon event on May 8th, you need to have played, I believe, 30 games of 3 check chess to be eligible to play in the event. There are big prizes on the line. I think first prize again is something like $1,000 or 15,000 or 1,500. I was about to say 15,000. That'd be wild. Let's go check, and that's GG. So you need to have 30 games. So that's why we're doing this, so people have a chance to get their games in before we have our Decathlon event on May 8th. That's the reason. You said you were going to talk about Fide. Well, Fide, there will be another time for that. But basically, yeah, when there's certain threats and escalations of things, yeah, it really sours certain things. So let's leave it at that for right now. And I don't feel like it's right to talk about Fide because there are a million things that any of us could go on about Fide for doing wrong or inaccurately. But I think we should celebrate the players right now because the match just ended, and we should celebrate that. That should be the focus. Okay, I'm gonna play d5 here to hit the pawn. If he takes, I just take it. e5. I'll play knight d7 and g5. So yeah, Chess Champions Tour event will be later. Also, we're gonna be covering the Chess Champions Tour qualifier, which happens in a couple of hours. So yeah, play e5 and bishop g4 here. Do I like to play against Magnus? I love playing against Magnus. We'll be playing Magnus soon enough. Did I see Emil throw shade at me through his tweets? I have nothing to say about Emil right now. I didn't see it. I don't think I particularly want to see it, but that's my general take. And if he wants to fight, I mean, trust me, I'll have something to say very soon. Let's just take and take back on d5 here. After bishop f5, I'll just play king b8. He probably said, probably knowing Emil, he said something like, oh, the world championship was a huge success, or something ridiculous like that. But again, I feel like at the moment we should really be we should be appreciative of the players and the effort they put in, rather than dealing with stupid things like Fide. I mean, if Emil worked at a normal company with a normal job, he would have been fired for his comments about women in chess already, if he worked at any normal company. So let's take and go king b8. That's I will just say that because that's true. I mean, when you make multiple comments over the years about women in chess, the way that he has, he would have been fired if he worked at any real company for those comments. So let's see, what are we gonna get here in this game? I've given up one check, but I can play bishop g2 and rook g8 here. Yeah. So let's see what we get from JSS. Chat is suddenly so much serious. No, we're just chilling. I'm gonna go bishop c5. I'll give him a second check. I'm not worried. I can always just go rook g8 and knight e5 next move, and go from there. Also as far as that goes, I mean, I think chess.com is taking over, and Fide is only going to become more and more desperate as time goes on. Let's play knight e5 here. I have multiple checks is what I'm looking for. I can take on g2. I can play rook g8, rook g2, etc. That's what I can do. Ding and Hikaru chilling? No, or yeah, we are. No, I mean, for Nepo, I feel terrible. Like, Nepo, obviously, I mean, in many ways, deserved to win the match. Didn't happen. That's life. Somebody had to win, somebody had to lose. That's just how it goes. Can we get knight d2 now? I can take, maybe. I'm looking for... There should be 3 checks somewhere in here, but I don't see 3 checks. PH Nielsen gave an amazing reply to Emil. You should cover it for sure. I mean, whatever. Go check. There got to be 3 checks here. Knight f3 is actually cleaner, but go check. I mean, he can't dodge. I have checks or I have rook g8 check. GG. Let's go checkmate. There we go. Next game. Or 3 checks, you lose. Ding is a higher pick. I mean, like I said, as far as the match goes, either player could have won it. Either player could have won. That's the bottom line. Either player could have won. Like Ding wins the match. Nepo could have won. I mean, there were multiple times it could have gone either way. Ding it all is probably, actually, that was one thing that was surprising me, was as it turns out, apparently those games they played online were actually very relevant to Ding's preparation. Those online games on Lead Chess. Like, we all thought that they weren't actually relevant, but it turns out that they were. Hopefully I'll play a top player soon, because we're playing a lot of lower rated players. Sad that Nepo lost, but happy Ding won. I mean, like I said, either player could have won the match. I don't think you can really be upset with them. Play knight c6. I'm gonna go bishop g4 next move. What should Fide do to survive from yeah okay, let's go rook c8 here. Play rook c8 here. Yeah, what should Fide do? I mean, it's quite simple. Fide, if they could actually basically understand the landscape, that it's not the same as it's always been, then they would like try to be cooperative and work with other people. That's the bottom line. I'm gonna play bishop e2 to hit the rook on f1. That's actually the bottom line. I will cover stuff after the arena. After we do the arena, we will. Peter's response to Mill is chef's kiss perfect. Take the knight here, play queen g5 next move. Yeah. Nepo knocking over pieces when he realized he lost is painful. I mean, you know, even I've never been in a situation quite like Nepo was, like, and when you've been playing for so long, you're so close to winning. I mean, he should have won that, what's the second to last game with the black piece, like, or no, third to last game with the black piece. Like, when you're that close to winning everything and it falls apart, and he even had chances in the tiebreaker, like, I don't fault him at all. He could literally pick up the board, put it over his knee and smash it in half, and I wouldn't hold that against him, honestly. I wouldn't. Let's go d3 here and hit the queen on c2. Yeah, no, I mean, even if he took the board and snapped it over his knee, I wouldn't even hold that against him after he's been playing for so long. Like, it's one of those things. So we take and go queen g4 and GG, and that's that. Yeah, okay. Let's keep going. Let's play d4 here, c3 again. As I know, you guys were eating up some time here, trying to get our games in before the arena, which starts on Friday. Probably the last one we'll do. Might do one more arena before the event on Friday, but that's the plan. Yeah. Ding's immortal move rook g6 has to be talked about. Such a plot twist. I think basically Nepo was trying really hard not to make the draw in the game. He was trying really hard to keep the game going, and that ultimately was his downfall. He really didn't want to go to blitz, which was interesting because I felt that Nepo and blitz was a big favorite, a big favorite. Yeah, big favorite. No, I mean, that's my take, is I think Nepo, for whatever reason, he really didn't want to go to blitz, even though I think in blitz he would have been a massive favorite. I mean, he would be a massive favorite. It's just take and take. So I can obviously take, I think I'm gonna take here. I don't know if this is great, but I feel like 1 2. I mean, I don't know if this is actually winning, but it looks very good. Go here, hit the pawn. I have multiple checks here. Maybe the players were getting tired. Oh, I mean, of course the players were getting tired, but I just assume when you go into the when you go into the tiebreaker at the beginning of the day to begin with, you sort of have certain thoughts. And like, I mean, what I would say is, like, if I was in that situation, of course I wasn't, let's be very clear on that, but if I was in that situation, I would have looked at it as follows. I figure in rapid chess, maybe I think I'm a very slight favorite, but I presume that in blitz I'm a much bigger favorite. So if I have white in the final game, and I actually did this in some of the Chess Champions Tour matches too, where like if I project myself to be a bigger favorite somewhere, I will not take that risk in the final game with the white pieces. I'll let all the chips fall somewhere else. So that's what I would say, is I think that at the end of the day, you kind of have to sometimes you need to like step back. Now of course it's easy for me to say I wasn't in the situation, and so it's quite different, but I do feel like I was surprised that Nepo actually did not think he was a big favorite in a tiebreaker, or at least he kind of forgot about it. Either way, I guess I'll go here, stop the check. I think I don't see any way for him to get a check here. Did Dingo beat the Speed Chess Championship? Yes, he did. Although, to be fair, and again, this is not taking away from Ding, my openings in that match were very bad. There were multiple games with the white piece where I was just lost, like move 6 or move 7, because I gave him a massive big black center. So there is that. Now of course it's not like, again, people are gonna think, well, you're just saying that, you're trying to take away from Ding, blah blah blah. But there were many games where I actually gave him a big center right from the get-go, and I got in a lot of trouble immediately. At the end of the match, I started playing more like mainline openings, and you know, and I was able to find a way to pull it out. So let's go bishop d3. Nepo said a big chapter of his life is closed. Can he still work towards the next world championship after so much work and losing twice? I mean, Nepo can, but you know, that's the thing that that's incredible about Vishy Anand is Anand is a player who had some heartbreaking losses and he was able to come back. Nobody else really has done that. I think for like, you look at Fabiano, ever since that match against Magnus, he's never been the same. Karyak has never been the same. You have all these players who've never been the same since their world championship match, and that was just one, let alone two heartbreaking losses. So I don't know. I mean, I think for Nepo it's gonna be very rough. It's gonna be very rough, very difficult. And I mean, I feel very bad for him because he gave it everything. I mean, like I said, he should have won at various points, but I mean, also Ding should have won at various points. So you can't really say one guy should have won, but there were moments when we were all sure that Nepo would win. And I think I mean, I don't think he's going to go and fall off the cliff suddenly, but I do think there's a chance that he might take like 6 months away from chess and just like try to like clear his head at some point. The match against Magnus was, yeah, the match against Magnus wasn't heartbreaking because at the end of the day, we all knew Magnus was a better player and it hinged on one game. And once he lost one game, it all fell apart. But this match were probably 3 or 4 moments at least where he had the match won. He wins that second to last or third to last game of the Black Bees. It is over. He wins the match right there. No, it's not so much about the financial aspect of it, you guys. It's more about the fact that it's about the fact that at the end of the day, it's like trying to maintain that level and play good chess still. It's not about the money. It's not about the money at all. You got B6 now. I could take, but then he gets rook G8 in a check, so I'm gonna go E5 here. Goes knight G4. So if I take, okay, so I'll go here. If I were to take, he takes, and he wins with rook H1. Yeah, Ding didn't lead the entire match. Ding not leading the match actually reminds me a lot of it's like Roger Federer. There were some of those Grand Slam finals where he was never leading and then he found a way to win at the very end. I specifically, I'm thinking of the final against, I think it was Andy Roddick at Wimbledon, where I think he lost the first set, won the second set, lost the third set. I'm gonna win here. I have 2 checks, and then he lost the fourth set. Was like, or no, he lost third set, won the fourth set. Then he was always down a game in that 5th set until he finally got the break at like 16-all or whatever it was. But yeah, there were multiple spots. Like there were multiple. I'm just trying to think. It reminds me of like Federer. I feel like there were matches where he was behind the whole way, and then magically at the end he won. Let's go knight 2 and E4. I was 16-14, not 18-16. Okay, yeah. Let's play knight f3, bishop d3 here. Will Ding pull a Magnus in the next world championship by not defending? No chance at all. One thing actually that I don't like either, speaking of things that like tweets and everything, is everyone's calling Ding the 17th world champion. I think that's actually really kind of silly when you look at the people who won tournaments and everything else in between. Like for example, I think Topalov even made this point, but trying to say that like Topalov was not the world champion to me is really just disingenuous, because he won the tournament. He was the highest rated he won the tournament in San Luis. He was the highest rated player in the world, and it just seems a little bit disingenuous. You win after 3 checks, but you can also win the normal way too. So when everyone's like 17th world champion, I find it a little bit, it just seems a little bit wrong. So thank you to Johnny Loudmouth for subscribing. Thanks. Oh shoot, if I take, there's knight e2. If I take, there's knight e2 and then there's queen h2. Ah shoot. Okay, let's go here. Let's dodge the checks. I missed that. So yeah, anyway, you guys, yeah, I was gonna take, there's knight e2 and then takes and bishop d6, which is 3 checks. What do I have for breakfast? Actually, I haven't had breakfast yet. No, I haven't. Let's go knight c4. I'll probably get some food shortly. So, all right, get knight takes e1. I do have bishop takes f4. Maybe I can take and check. This is very close to winning. He's got no checks, right? So takes, I check. If he goes back to e8, he loses d8. I have 2 checks, and I always have a check on c1. Yeah, it's GG. What is this 3 checks? Stream is lagging? No, it must be on your end. Definitely not lagging here. No. Goes king f8. So I think I'm gonna go here. because he's 2 checks from losing the game. It's not lagging. Okay. Hello Hikaru, how are you today, good sir? Oh, I'm doing great. I'm doing great. Do I know Paul Karras? Paul Karras was well before my time, so I do not know him. He died before I was born. He died in like 1973 maybe, something like that. 74 maybe. It was around that time. Okay, I take him. That's GG. 3 checks. Yeah. All right, let's keep going. You lose automatically if they're 3 checks. The same as checkmate, the same thing. So we're just trying to get our 30 games in right now. That's what we're doing. Have I ever had the chance to meet Mike Basman? Didn't Basman die recently? He was the Grob guy from the United Kingdom, right? I never really spoke to him much. He seemed like a nice chap. He was at the London Chess Classic a few times, but I never really spoke to him. Again, someone from a different generation, obviously. Let's go Queen A4 here. How's it going? How's your weekend? Weekend was good. It was really, last night was pretty crazy watching the hockey game. So yeah, I was watching the hockey game, watching the Panthers finally beat the Bruins. So that was good. So yeah, I had a good weekend, and we of course covered the World Championship. I think my man forgot this. GG. It's 3 checks. Did we find out it was Nepo's supercomputer? No, we didn't find out. I don't think he said anything. But yeah, well, who knows? What a bust for the Bruins. Well, I mean, but generally no team has I think only one team that's ever won 60 regular season games has gone on to win the whole thing, win the whole chalupa, and I think that was the Canadians, if I remember correctly, many years ago. But like the Blue Jackets famously got swept by the they got swept by somebody when they were 8-0, or they got swept by somebody in the first round. Nepo said he worked with MVL and Kramnik. Okay, let's go here, hit the queen in 93. Yeah, Liger check. Maybe I won't take the queen. Let's go here. Let's try not to take the queen. Okay, takes. I take, but okay, that's just gonna be a quick one also. The Bruins broke my heart, and the Kings too. Yeah, it was very sad to see the Kings lose game 7. Very sad. Yeah. He didn't say anything about MVL. Okay, it was the Blue Jackets, right? It was the Blue Jackets sweeping the Lightning. Sorry, that's who it was. Yeah. So yeah, not that shocking in hockey. Of course, I'm following hockey closely because tonight the Rangers played their game 7 as well. So both teams that I follow are all alive, which is good. Go check and sack the queen. This game reminds me of the check puzzle you did. Yes, exactly. Yeah, let's keep going. I could have played queen e1, which was checkmate too. Did he mention Maxime or not? I don't know. Let's play knight c6, d5 here. Favorite basketball team? I don't have a favorite basketball team, but I guess if I had to root for someone, I'm obviously rooting for the Lakers since I spent time in LA. It's all about the purple and gold. Okay, let's go e5 here. Build a big black center. Oh, it was Maxime Matlikov. Yes, it was Matlikov. It was not, wait, go check. I guess he can go to h1, right? Yeah, let's drop back. Yeah, I only got 1 check. That's the problem. I guess I'll go here. Go here. I want to create a battery. That's what I want. Nepo looks so sad. I mean, I don't know what you guys want to say. Of course he looks sad. He played his heart out and he lost a match that, I mean, very easily could have won. It's like for example, I'll give you a good example. It's like I played this match, and mind you, it was online. It wasn't over the board, but I played this match against Magnus Carlsen in the Chess Champions Tour final at the end of 2020. And it was a very tough match. I think it was actually my favorite match I've ever played. I'm trying to checkmate here. Favorite match I ever played. We played 7 individual matches. I won 3, I lost 3, and then on the final match, day 7, it went to an Armageddon game even, where I had the white pieces, and I unfortunately wasn't able to win the game. Ended in a draw, and that was so heartbreaking for me. So like I can only imagine like Nepo's feelings right now after this match that he just played. Is Nepo a human? He looked upset. Yeah. No, I mean, there were like 84,000 people watching. It was fantastic. Let's go knight f3 and d4 here. But anyway, crazy how Nepo and Ding are playing 3 days. Don't ask me how they're doing it, you guys. I don't know. It's wild to think about, but that's how it is. Okay, let's go d4 and take. Now I've rookie 1. Am I taking pictures with fans? If I see fans in person, of course I'll take pictures. Absolutely. Yeah. I'm gonna go queen d3 here. I can always take with the second check, but I don't want to. Oh, that's just GG. I sack and win with the third check. Too big for him, nearly a life preserver. Okay. Yeah. No, I mean, like I said, you guys are saying Nepo threw pieces off the table. Nepo could literally break the board and I wouldn't even get mad at him. Like, it's just that heartbreaking, and like anyone who's been in high pressure situations in the world of chess in various tournaments, like, you know how he was feeling, and it's like I'm not gonna fault him for that. Now mind you, if I did that, for example, everyone would get really angry about it. Just to be clear, if I did that, everyone would get angry. But let's play h6 here and go c5 next move. Let's see what happens. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, let's take the knight here. Let's go c5 or b6. No, I mean, it doesn't even matter. Even intentional, unintentional, I literally don't give a fridge. Let's put it that way. I don't give a fridge. Yeah. Yeah. The closing ceremony is hilarious. Yeah. Let's trade some bishops here. Mean American who says he's a streamer gets angry at the board. Yeah. Yeah. I don't see a second check here though. It's only one check. Let's trade some queens here. What countries do I want to visit? I don't have a list of countries that I want to visit. No countries. Not specifically, no. Was the moderator during the press conferences annoying? At times, yes. Overall, though, I mean, I don't think it's that big of a deal. I would say as far as moderating one, I think the questions were just not the best questions I've ever heard. Let's take and go here. Oh, there's 95 back, which I missed. Let's go here. Oh, I could have gone king g8 again, maybe, but anyway, I keep going. Yeah, rook h3, so I'll go here to trade the knights. He can obviously take, and he probably will. Baku is so beautiful, late July, early August. Yeah, but what's in Baku? Are you referring to the World Cup or something? Yeah, I mean, it's great, but the weather in LA at the end of July is actually better. So he takes, I'll take back. So he's trying to open up the center, so I don't want to allow that. I could take, but I guess I'll play here to cover it up. Don't read out they should replace Mike Klein with Mike. Thank you. Let's take the pawn here. Thank you so much for that comment. Bad. Very bad. Okay, luckily I caught myself before I read that. Yeah. I think I'm gonna go knight f4 to hit the rook, maybe hit the pawn. Oh, I gave him d5. Oh my god, what am I doing? It's one more check and I lose. What am I doing? Yeah, I've got to cover up everything here. Yeah, I somehow messed this all up. But that's not right, because I'm still covering. I'm still covering everything. Yeah, he just blundered with rook g7. Can't see the leaderboard. Okay, here's the leaderboard. I can check, I guess. Yeah, that's a check. That's a check. I take the rook. Oh, I had a third check which won the game, but there we go. Who are we playing? When are we playing Guess the Elo again? I don't know. Let's play knight f3 here. There's some buffering on your end. I don't. I'm 2400 because it's not regular chess. That's why. We get knight 6. I'll play d4. Probably c3 next move. Am I watching MasterChef today? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. I mean, we're gonna be doing this. We're gonna cover a lot of World Championship stuff shortly. After that, we'll probably be covering the Chess Champions Tour qualifier, which is going on as well. So we've got a lot of good stuff coming up. Yeah, a lot of stuff today. Let's take with the knight. There's no ceremony. There's some ceremony, but I'm not going to cover it anyway. Let's play a3. If bishop b4, I will just take the bishop. Did Ollie Rose definitely leave chess? No, he didn't leave chess. Ollie Rose is playing the Grand Chess Tour event starting in 4 days or 5 days in Bucharest in Romania. Why do people overreact to things you do? There are many reasons for it. Many reasons. First and foremost, you know, I think there's the fact that success breeds jealousy. That's the first thing. That's, I can take with the knight. That's the first obvious reality. No denying that. Additionally, there's the fact that like people, because of the success I've had, there are a lot of people who essentially want to pretend that you know, a person can never change. Things are how they are. That's just what it is. That's definitely true, like no doubt about it. Let's play knight g4 and trade some knights. So because of that, I mean, I think that fuels a lot of it. Additionally, there's the other fact that people just don't like honesty. I'm just gonna say it, like people don't like honesty in this age, this world. And so if I say something that's honest just purely based off of chess, a lot of people don't like it, and they get annoyed by it. That's the second thing. Third thing is, yeah, I mean, you know, I don't hold back on my opinions. Like I will say something, and you know, if maybe it's not politically correct all the time, but you know, I still think that what I say is based on actual like truth. So that does play a big role as well. Let's go bishop b4 and trade the knight for the pawn. Did I see what Ding said about me? No, I didn't see what he said about me. I didn't. Yeah. So let's take, I'll go queen g3, trade the queens here. Okay, now my king is pretty safe here, I think, on the edge, but maybe not. Yeah. What did Ding say? I don't know. Probably said something nice. Probably should thank me for for basically throwing that last round game against him and not making the draw. Yeah. No, it's funny. So MasterChef judge died. What? Oh, let's go check. Go check. 2 checks so far. This is 3 checks. GG. That is sad, actually. Would have been different if you knew the second guy qualified. No, when actually, if I knew the second was going to qualify, I probably would not have gotten the position I got in that game, honestly, because I've been really nervous. So no, I think actually if I had known, I probably would have been different. The person who obviously has to be feeling that the most, though, is of course Fabiano, for a couple of reasons. First of all, Fabiano is a guy who played in a world championship match against Magnus Carlsen, prepped for months and months and months, and then saw this game where the prep, like, nothing against Ding, he found a way to make it work. But any top level chess player would tell you that the level of the preparation that Ding had was not necessarily befitting of a world championship match. Let's put it that way. So like Fabiano for sure was watching. He was like, what did I do? Yeah, what did I do? Let's just drop back. No, I think Fabiano is the one guy who like is like yesterday in the actual like commentary he was doing, but even just in general, I think he's the guy who's saying something like, what the heck was this? Yeah. Ding says he hates cramming and likes to use his brain. Well, that's you know, the funny thing about Ding saying that is that's actually a large part of why Magnus, I think, decided to stop playing in the match, because so much of it is where you're memorizing like 20 move lines because you have months and months to prepare. I mean, that is a large part of what world championship preparation is these days, which I think is a big reason for Magnus dropping out. It's just like, why am I doing this? What's the point? Would Fabiano have beaten Nepo in a 2018 match? Oh, easily. Fabiano in 2018 was like almost God. Fabiano in 2018 was just like insane. That's actually that's actually a silly question. No, I mean Fabiano was 2840. Fabiano was the man. He was the man. Yeah. No, Fabiano was just the man at that point in time. I think knight g6 might have been winning there, by the way, but he missed it. Okay, let's trade off some knights. Let's go bishop g5, trade off some more pieces here. He takes. I'll take with a queen here. Nepo literally won the silver medal and took it off immediately. Of course he did. Of course he did. Come on, be serious. Fabiano was playing for the United States of America at the time. That was after the switch from Italy to the US. Now let's just go. I know this is a good move, but I'm gonna play it anyway. That closing ceremony, now I know why Magnus didn't play this year. Yeah, I don't know. Fabiano's obviously not as good as he was in 2018. The rating alone says it all. But was 2018 Fabi better than Gary? Actually, 2018 Fabi, I think he was better than Gary. Hot take, but I do think that if you go back to 2018, I think that Fabiano in 2018 was probably better than Gary. His openings were so crisp at the time. I mean, he was an insanely good player in 2018. Insanely good. No, I think peak Fabiano in 2018 with that opening repertoire, playing the way he was playing, I think I would say that he was better. Yes, I would actually. Yeah. But again, Fabiano didn't maintain that level for 20 years. Gary did. Let's go check. I mean, that's the difference. I mean, that's the difference. Basically, Fabiano's peak, I think, was better than Gary, but he only maintained that for maybe like 6 months to a year. Gary maintained that for like 20 friggin' years. So that's why Gary is, I mean, probably second. I mean, I think at this point, most people would universally say that Gary's the second best player of all time. So you're saying that Magnus is better than Gary? Of course I am, yes. I don't think it's even close. Why do you fall down? Because chess is hard, you guys. Chess is hard, that's why. Also, think about Fabi. Could have gotten burned out. All these different things that change. You never know. Like, all these things. Let's go E5 here. Karyaka was never better than no, Fabiano was 2840. Fabiano had the third highest rating of all time. It's not even close. There's bishop F2, but I just take with a rook. Or go king H1. Okay, knight d8. I guess I'll play d6 here. Attack the queen. Go knight e4, knight d6. Learn from this stream that chess is hard. Yeah, chess is very tough, you guys. I don't know if anyone told you that, but it's very, very hard. We get king f8. I can take with the pawn here just to box his queen in. His pieces are very, very cramped here. This should be winning. Let's go knight e5. Use these knights. Maybe queen f3. Let's go king h1 here. Okay, let's use these knights. These knights. There we go. GG. Yeah, it's a forced win because after takes, I go check. King has no squares. Takes, and then queen f3, third check. GG. Let's keep going. As far as I know, Karyakin defeated Magnus first. That is true. Yeah, Fabiano said that he did something stupid to prepare tie breaks against Magnus. Really? I don't know. I don't know what that means. I lost the first game that we played. I did actually. I lost the first game. Yeah, primo 3 checks. GG. Indeed. Totally. Yeah. D-throne, play knight f6 and d5 here. Do I think if Fischer played to make 2900? There's no answer to that question because Fischer played a time before computer programs were quite as good as they are now. Actually, not quite. They were like just not even close. But Fischer was, I will say Fischer was right. The general viewpoint he had about like preparation and theory, becoming too much, he was absolutely right on that. And he sort of sensed that many years before that sort of became common knowledge. So amongst his many takes, that was at least one take that ended up being correct. One of maybe the only takes that ended up being correct. But anyway, yeah. Go a6 and attack the knight. I can obviously take the knight again. I'll also play e4. Of course I'll take the knight. Not as most controversial take of all time. I agree. Yeah. Was that any of the closing ceremony something cringe? I don't know, you guys. I'm not covering it. Yeah. Go check and play rook c5 here. Hit the queen, play knight b5. Next move, we keep going. He's not, lol. What is he's not? I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah. Drunk Magnus versus Crazy Fischer. Again, you can't have that comparison because that's a check. Should be a third check here pretty soon. Nepo looks like a hostage. I mean, He's got to show up or else they're gonna fine him, though. He doesn't have a choice. I'm sure Nepo would rather just like go sit at a bar all night long, but they're gonna fine him if he doesn't show up to the closing ceremony, so he has to show up. He doesn't want to, of course, but he has to. Let's play g6 bishop g7 and castles. Yeah, I'm just here so I won't get fined. That is actually just the bottom line. Let's go c5 and knight c6 here. Goes rook b1. I'll play b6. A very, very slow position. I'm gonna play d4 here, maybe e5. Will they find him 800k? No, of course not. But like I said, they probably will find him if he doesn't show up. Okay, let's go bishop g4, pin the knight here. How is Magnus better than Gary? Well, Gary won against the whole world because Magnus won against the whole world too. Magnus was the undisputed world champion and #1 player in the world. Take. How many social credits will get Ding get? I mean, that is the interesting question. Chess in China obviously is surprisingly non-existent in spite of the fact that you have so many strong players from the country. So it'll be interesting to see if something changes now that Ding won the match. My personal opinion is that nothing is going to change, because if they weren't already big on chess with him going into the match, I don't really see why that's going to change now. Just my general take, but who knows? Yeah, who knows? So all right, will I be playing in the World Cup? No, I'm not playing the World Cup. No, I'm not playing in it. Play knight h7 and f5 here. Go f5, open up the position, play queen c6. Next move. The world chess champion, both men and women, are Chinese now. Yeah. I'm gonna play h5 just to stop him from playing h5. I can take and play knight f6 here. Let's go. Again, this is 3 checks, so I need to be careful. I can take on c2, but then queen g6. I get 1 check. Okay, I think I'm gonna go here because if he takes, I get 1 check right off. Yeah, Magnus revenge tour. Who knows? Who knows what Magnus will do? But yeah, I don't think that I don't think let's go here and guard everything. I don't think that something big is going to change, unfortunately. Yeah, global dom. I mean, yes and no though, because as we all know, you can say yeah, it marks some kind of dominance, but at the end of the day, we all know that Ding did not play the best player in the world to get the title. So I don't know. I don't know. I mean, it's a bad situation. I think that's the easiest way of putting it. It's a bad situation. It's a bad situation. Like there's no way to like there's no way to really like talk about it with like without like sort of diminishing it. So I think that's why at the end of the day you have to kind of just be like, he won the match, that's that, it's life. That's all you really can say, I think, because otherwise then it's like, then you're like saying, well, Ding didn't deserve to win, and that's already like, I mean, he played a match against the player who wanted to play. So it's just a bad situation. I don't think there's a happy answer, because he played the player who won the candidates. The world champion didn't want to play. I mean, what do you want? Like there's no way of talking about it without it being like without like really diminishing what Ding did. And I don't think that's really fair to Ding, because Ding didn't really do anything wrong. He just, I mean, Magnus didn't play, so he got to play the match. So that's why it's just like there's no happy answer. There's no happy answer. Let's castle here. Yeah. He was the best player in the match that was played between him and Nepo. That's the end of the day. Do I think Ding is undisputed #2 now? I mean, not really. I mean, I think he forgot it was 3 checks. I forgot this was 3 checks and I just hung the pawn. That was a mistake by me. A big mistake. A big mistake, but it is what it is. That's how it goes. All right. So we got bishop d6 back. I think I should play e4 and e5, try to open up. Would I play if I was in Ding's place? Of course you play. You're not going to turn down that match. I mean, you're not going to turn down that match. Nepo looks high and drunk. He should be. Nepo should be. He should be. I mean, that match was so brutal and so unfortunate for him. He should be, totally he should be. Let's go here and take. So let's trade. If knight bishop f4. Okay, let's go e5, try to open it up. Would you say numbers 2 to 9 are pretty much equal? I think, yeah, I don't think there's a big difference. I'm gonna go here. There's a check, but every square is covered. Take. There's no third check. Now I get check. As long as there's no third check, I'm gonna be fine. But I do have to be careful because their idea is like queen c6 and queen f2. How do I do this? Actually, this is a little bit. Maybe I go here. I'm threatening another check on e7. You don't know how Nepo doesn't lose rating? Is it classical or is it is it classical or is it rapid and blitz this week? Because I actually don't know. You guys can tell me. Is it classical or is it rapid? Goes king g8 to dodge. I think I'll play here to hit the queen. I think I'm gonna play here, try to get some checks like rook e4, rook g4. Oh, it's classical. Ooh, yeah, I don't know how Nepo doesn't like tilt and lose like 20 points or something. That's gonna be really rough for Nepo, although he does have a lot of preparation that he probably still didn't use. He probably still has a good amount of prep that he didn't use in the match, or you assume so, but rough. Gary is so annoying. What did Gary do? I mean, Gary probably said it's like it was a fun match, but it was like the little leagues or something. I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked if Gary said something like that. Gary insists on himself. I don't even know what that means. I don't know what you mean by that. Yeah, Jan is playing on May 4th in the he's playing on May 4th. He goes g6. Can I just set up a lolly maybe like queen h6, queen g7? I mean, it's very rudimentary. I mean, there's no third check here. As long as there's no third check, I should just win. So I'll go here. Oh wait, no, I gotta go here. There's no actual check. Wait a second. Queen e2 and queen e2 is actually winning. Oh no, queen e2, I had queen g1. Wait, so I need to get a third check. So go here, and now I go check and I win because I beat him to the punch by one check. There we go. Barely. It means Gary takes himself too seriously. I mean, Jan is insane for playing 4 days, but I mean, both players agreed to play in Romania months ago before the match. But frankly, if I were Nepo, I would just withdraw and say like, I can't do it. I would actually. I'd just be like, okay, enough is enough. I can't do it. I'm just gonna withdraw. But I guess he feels like he'd rather play through all the emotions and just keep going rather than take a break. This is just a free piece. Next tournament for me will be Norway chess at the end of May. Your mind is just different. Mad respect. What do you mean by my mind is different? You mean in terms of like just taking a break? Yeah, I wasn't rooting for anybody. I mean, I think it's going to be interesting to see what happens, whether there's a boom with chess in China. I mean, I think for a long time many people have wondered if that's possible, and it hasn't happened. So I'm not optimistic about it if it hasn't happened already, but you never know. Maybe something will change. Maybe it's good. Obviously China, second biggest superpower in the world after America. So obviously if it happens, that's good. So let's go check and play bishop b3. A boom in Romania, I don't know if there's an actual boom in Romania as opposed to there being a very large sponsor that's supporting chess. Maybe that constitutes a boom anyway. Like maybe that's just what you call a boom, to be fair. So let's go check, and we have a third check somewhere here. But I was under the impression that it's more of a thing that you have a very wealthy sponsor who's putting together tournaments as opposed to like people in the country going wild for chess, but I could be wrong. Did you see the reporting that Chinese media is barely even covering Ding winning? Wait, really? Wait, seriously? I mean, if Chinese media is not covering, that's already a big sign that that it's not if that's actually true, I mean, that sort of says it all. I mean, I really would hope they are. Like, I mean, even if he didn't beat Magnus, still, like, it's got to count for something. Let's play knight c6. Oh, debated. Oh, they are covering it. Okay, let's go d4 here. Yeah. Not true. Yeah, baited. Yeah, okay. Would I play the title match in US flag boxer shorts? No, you guys, my name is not Rocky Balboa. Let's play bishop e6 and hit the pawn on a2. No, I was under the impression they were not covering the match all that much, but I assume since Ding won, there have to be articles and things going on. Why did they take away Wesley's spot from the CCT? Wesley did not qualify for the Chess Champions Tour Grand Final. No, I think Wesley finished 4th, only the top 3 qualify. But actually, speaking of the Chess Champions Tour, it's going to be very interesting because one of the players who played in the previous Chess Champions Tour event cannot play, a player by the name of Magnus Marlson, because he will be playing the Grand Chess Tour event, which is at the exact same time in Warsaw, Poland. So Magnus Marlson is not going to be playing the next Chess Champions Tour event, which is a big surprise to, I think, to everybody. Let's drop back. Yeah, Marlson is malding right now. Yeah. Cactus Morlo, yes. Why chess.com couldn't find a sponsor for the CCT event? I don't know. Isn't it? It's called what, the Chess Kid something or rather. Let's go here. He and Magnus had permanent spots. No, Copper Freaks, it's not permanent spots. It's based off tournament by tournament results. So for example, the spot was only guaranteed for the first event. It was only guaranteed for the first event because they won the Chess Global Championship and the Chess Champions Tour. Qualifier starts in about an hour and a half. We're gonna finish out this arena, get our games, so we're ready for the Decathlon, which will be on May 8th, and then we will and then once we finish this, we're going to cover the World Championship stuff. Then we're going to cover the Chess Champions Tour qualifier and everything else. I will be playing Chess Champions qualifier tour from Norway. Actually, I'm going to be playing it from Norway, so I'll be playing Chess Champions next one because I did win the event, so I auto qualified. So we'll cover that. We will play some blitz, do the usual stuff, maybe do master stuff later. We'll see, of course, don't know yet, but that's what we have on tap. Now I'm just going to mate the guy. Actually, no need for 3 checks when you can just do 1 check and mate. Do I like Norway? I mean, Stavanger is a great place. Let's keep going. Yeah, let's get our 30 games in. Play knight f6. I will go knight c6 here and play d5 bishop d6 and keep it rolling. So anyway, Magnus Carlsen, world chess champion, the highest ranked chess player in the world, former live #1 fantasy league premier player. I mean, Magnus is I mean, it'll be funny to see, will Magnus actually take that down or not? If you want another hot take, I'm gonna bet that Magnus won't take that down. I think Magnus is not going to take it down, but I could be wrong on that. Let's play e5. That's my second hot take for the day. I don't think Magnus is going to change his profile. Let's take and go bishop d6. Is it hard to deal with jet lag? Yeah, jet lag is difficult. Oh, but he's still world because he's rapid and blitz, he can just say, but I still am world champion. Yes, that's nice. Let's go here. Bishop h7. I just take this back. Bishop h7 might have been a problem. Yes. Yeah. So you're gonna say, well, I'm still like world chess champion, because he is technically. I guess I could say I'm world chess champion too. I don't want to give a check or something, so I'm just gonna sidestep it. Yeah, I should change my profile to world chess champion as well. Okay, let's go knight e4, close to center of the board here. If he checks, I just take the piece. Once a world champion, you're always a world champion. It's not just reigning world champion. That's probably true as well. So let's see what we get here. All right, change it. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Goes back to f3. I'm gonna play bishop g4 here, maybe knight c5. Let's go knight g5, hit the pawn on f3, maybe queen f6. I'm looking for the 3 checks here to win the game. Oh, that fantasy company tricked Hammer. They took his idea and then made a deal with Magnus. Oh, did Hammer come up with a fantasy idea that Magnus is dealing with? I mean, I'm gonna cover that later, I think, but still, yeah. What's my take on the World Chess Championship format? There obviously are problems with it, but you know, I don't think it's the time to talk about it right now. I think we just celebrate the players who played in the match and go from there. So I think I'm gonna play Queen H4. Multiple check ideas here. Yeah. Do I think the Rangers will win game 7? I mean, I think they have good chances if the big guys step up, but I don't think it's guaranteed. Yeah, that's just GG. I just take. Yeah, that's GG. Magnus was #1 in Fantasy Premier League at one point. He probably had the idea himself. Maybe, yeah. Who knows? Did I see Warriors King? No, but I saw Steph put up a 50 point game. Play E3 here. Can somebody share the link to the arena? I believe I did share it. There's the link. Yeah, this is just so that everybody can get their 30 games in before the arena that happens next Friday, May 8th. May 8th is Friday, I believe, right? Oh no, May 8th is Monday. Maybe I got it wrong. So maybe it's on the Monday, but yeah, so in order to plan the decathlon event on May 8th, you need to have played 30 games with 3 check chess. So that's why we're doing this, is just so that everybody can get their games in time for the arena. Let's go here. Did I watch the Blue Angels? No, I don't. Are those fighter jets or something? Let's go to 82 and castles here. Is Ding the first Chinese world champion for men? Yes. For women, no. There have been many actually Chinese women's world champions over the years. I think Zijun was the first one, like 93 maybe, like eons upon eons ago. But yeah, she was a world champion. There have been many. Zhu Chen, Hu Yifan, Zhu Wenjun. I mean, many Chinese women world champions. But in terms of men, first one. Do I still like chess? I love chess, actually. I love chess. It's a great game. I like chess. I love the game itself. The game is one of the purest things in the world. The politics, the people that get involved with it, you know, that's a much different story, of course. But in terms of the game itself, I think it's one of the best games in the world. Absolutely, I do, and I will always believe that. Saying eons ago makes me feel very old. Yeah, I'm sorry about it. Let's go takes. The preparation ruins it at the top level to some degree, yes, but Ding actually did what I would say was not world championship preparation. He kept it very light, played very much by the seat of his pants, and he found a way to win. So you can make some argument that at the end of the day, Ding proves that you don't actually have to have the greatest prep in the world as long as you have great understanding. In a way, he kind of proved that. He did. Yeah, kind of proved that. Yeah, kind of did prove that in a way. So, yeah. Anywho. All right, back to the game. We get knight takes h8 played. King e8. I will create a check. This is the first check in the position. Let's go takes. That's the second check in the position, and now I go queen f3. Do I think I would beat Ding? Actually, you know what's funny about the match, you guys? I think I gave a take on the match. It's funny. I think people there are a lot of people saying like, oh, I would have beaten both of them or stuff like that. I don't think so. I think actually, and you can never go back in time and change things, but if you were to ask me for my honest opinion, if Ding magically didn't know who he was playing, thought he was playing Nepo and he was playing me, I think I would beat him in a match, because I think that my biggest strength is not the openings, and it's just playing positions, just playing the game outside of preparation. So I think I would have done very well, whereas I think if I was playing Nepo, I probably would have gotten smoked out of the opening in multiple games and just gotten blown away. Again, obviously that's just presuming everything is equal, which it is not, as we know in reality. But I would say that generally, like, I feel like if I had played against like Ding, and it's just like you play chess, I would have done very well against him. But I think that like against Nepo, I would have been in a lot of trouble. I think that's actually one thing that's understated is Ding did a really good job with black, and maybe good job is too generic. Maybe Nepo made some mistakes too and just playing the same line in Spanish, but I felt that Ding for the most part neutralized Nepo's prep with the black pieces. Like, I know Nepo won some games in that Spanish, but one of those games at least was because Ding blundered, and the other one was because, what did he do? The one with the queen e4 g4, that whole knight f5 g4 stuff was probably equal. The other one that he lost, I don't remember. I don't remember very well. But I think that I think that at the end of the day, basically Ding did a really good job of neutralizing what I think was frankly just vastly superior preparation from Nepo. So you have to give a lot of credit to Ding for that, because I mean, I think most people within the know, like Fabiano and others, they would agree that basically in general terms, Ding's prep was not, you know, not the prep that you do when you have months and months to prepare, but it was good enough. It was good enough against Nepo. Did I watch the closing ceremony? No, I didn't watch the closing ceremony. No. So yeah, I mean, I think that's my general takeaway from it, is that you know, Ding did a great job of sort of finding ways to just play chess. And he just played chess. He found a way to play chess. And I mean, I thought Nepo's choices were actually very strange. I think that if Nepo was playing against like Magnus, for example, he would have had much better, he would have had like really firm ideas against like the Collie and against the London in a way that he did not have in the match. How am I on 24 win streaks? I actually have not played most of the other top players. Let's attack the rook. I'll pre-move knight g5 here. Had it gone to blitz, I think Nepo would have been a huge favorite in blitz. Huge favorite in blitz. Let's go here, attack. Oh, I should have taken the pawn, but it's still probably good enough. So if he takes, I get check. King h7, I check. Yeah, he can't dodge the checks here. Okay, let's just take. I mean, still can't stop the check. I think it's just forced GG. Do I think Ding will be less motivated? I mean, I expect both players to do horribly in the next Grand Chess Tour event. I will say that I expect both players to do terribly, which it's to be expected after such a long match, so much drama and everything else. But for Ding, I mean, I don't have lack of motivation necessarily. I think the problem for Ding is that it's like I think the only way that he can get really motivated, at least in the next like year or two, is if he has many chances to play against Magnus, and I don't think he will. So without that, I mean, I could see it. I mean, I think a lot depends what happens in China as well. Is there going to be some kind of chess boom? Is there going to be a lot of interest, or are things just going to continue as is? That's really, in my opinion, what it comes down to. Let's go knight b4 here, trade some bishops. Am I going to Formula 1 Miami Grand Prix? I'm gonna go on Saturday, qualifying day. I got the VIP passes, so yeah, so it's good. All right, get king d1. I can take no, but basically the thing is yeah, I'm playing C6. Any spare VIP passes? Sorry guys, no, I mean I don't, but big shout out to Kick for hooking me up. Let's go c6. I mean, what I'll probably do is I'll put out a tweet and see if any of the other guys are around too and they want to. Do you get to meet the drivers? Well, for sure I'll be able to meet the Alfa Romeo drivers, because Alfa Romeo is a sponsor of Kick. Hopefully I can like tweet and get to meet like Lando and like maybe a few of the others who actually like chess, if possible. But yeah, it's gonna be pretty cool. Yeah, it'll be pretty cool. Let's go. I can obviously take the knight. I'm gonna go knight h5 instead of play like knight g3. How to come up with my ICC and glass pieces setup? I just really like it. It's a nice setup. Yeah. Boom in China, maybe a second boom. They're already a string program. Well, I don't know. I mean, as far as China goes, like you see stuff. My VIP passes got lost in the mail. Yeah, I'm not gonna live stream it. I mean, like it's just not my thing. But yeah, I'll probably put out a tweet or something about it. All right, we get 94. I will just wait. I gotta be careful. I take. I think if I take, this is bad. I'm giving up at least one, if not two checks there, so I don't want to do it. Oh yeah, ask them to gift me one of the cars since I refused to buy one. Yes, you guys, that's a great idea. Yeah. Thank you so much to Kinski for the host with 11 viewers. Thank you so much to Kinski. So actually, Ding is the second Chinese chess world champion. There are many Chinese women who have become the women's world chess champion in the past. There's like at least 4 or 5 already. Thank you so much to Kinski for the host. Appreciate it. Thank you so much. So we're playing arena right now because we have a big event coming up next Friday, which will be our Decathlon event, hosted in partnership with Tezos and Misfits Gaming. We have big prize. I think first prize $1,000 if I'm not mistaken. So big event coming up. What's up with the F1 thing? I'm gonna be going to F1. I'll go on the Saturday qualifying day, probably meet some of the drivers, get some selfies, have a fun time, maybe see a car or two, and yeah, maybe drive a car or two. Actually, that's probably not allowed. because those cars are like worth millions of dollars, to be fair. Because I remember when I was watching F1, what was it? It was when I was watching F1, when I was watching the F1 series. Who was it? It was it one of those guys. It was like was it the Japanese guy or the Chinese guy? One of those guys was having like anger problems, and he like crashed a car or two, and I think he was costing them like every single car he crashed was like worth like $1 million. So yeah, probably not a great idea. Yeah, they'll probably let you sit in one. Yeah, that they probably will allow. Yeah, it was either the Japanese or the Chinese guy. One of them had like anger problems, and he kept crashing his car. It was Tsunoda. Okay, yeah, let's go knight f6 and trade some knights here. He gets a check, but I take. Yeah, this guy's too slow, by the way. He gets a check, but I just take. Let's take. Still no checks. That's check. That's checkmate, but let's go for the other one. So anyway, F1 fans hate the people who watch Netflix series. Okay, yeah, document everything and post on IG. I'll try to. Let's go d4 and bishop d3. I mean, I don't know what to expect. I've never been to one of these things. I never went to NASCAR or anything else when I was younger, but F1 cars are way more expensive than 1 million with all the work and studying that goes into it. Okay, Miami is beautiful but horrible circuits. What is it? It's probably Hard Rock, right? It must be at the Hard Rock Stadium. Take earplugs, really? Okay, no, but it's qualifying day, you guys. Qualifying day. F1 cars can span from 12 million to 120 million. Jeez. Apparently I picked the wrong career, you guys. I should have tried to become an F1 driver. Pick the wrong career. Still need earplugs. I mean, I'm sure they have earplugs. Never went to NASCAR. WTF Kona. Yeah. Anyway, it's not too late. Yeah, exactly. I should have become an F1 driver instead of wasting my life playing this stupid game of chess. Yeah, it's definitely too late. Are you with a team? Yeah, I think I'll be with I don't know how it works. It'll be Alfa Romeo. I have no idea how exactly it works. So we'll figure it out. What about the chess champion tour? What about it? The track is literally built in the parking lot of the Hard Rock Stadium. Okay. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I have no idea how it works exactly. So I guess I'll play 95 here. Do I still own the same Honda Civic, or you change? Of course I own a Honda Civic, you guys. Does it look like I can afford a Bugatti? Let's take on E5. I mean, I post pictures on Instagram of shopping at Costco. Do I really look like I can afford a Bugatti? Seriously. When will I play the Gotham Knights? That will be May 11th when we have the next next PCL. It'll be May 11th. Yeah. Yes. What color's your Bugatti? No, but you can afford a BMW. That's true. I gotta be careful here. This is if I go here, there's check. Oh, there's still Queen H4. I guess I'll go Queen F3 and try to trade pieces here. Let's just take with a pawn, I guess. I don't know if it's right. I lost this guy earlier, actually, so let's go here, attack the knight. I mean, I can play G4 here. I can also just go B3 and bishop A3, which is what I'm going to angle for. So yeah. So you don't own an Alfa Romeo pass revoked, right? Yeah. Take the juicer on H6 here. Why is my rating so low? Because I'm playing bad chess. I've played bad chess in 3-check. I'm not as good at 3-check as I am at regular. Yeah, F5 is a good move. I'm gonna go here to hit the knight. Go rook E3. Still no checks for either side, right? Still holding all the juice here. Should be winning. Should be, but we'll see if it is. Take. I mean, he's got no checks, right? I control the whole position here. He's dominated. Let's go here, lock up the rook, put it in jail. Let's go c4. Guess I'll go c5. Why not? I'm gonna keep the king on the dark squares, but now I have this, and I don't think he can dodge it, actually. Yeah, this is just GG. Yeah, he resigns. Let's keep going. 3 checks could be good training for a beginner. Absolutely, it could be. Yeah, totally. Yep. Okay, let's play knight c6, e6, and so forth. GG, why not? Indeed. Ding bought a mansion with his money. I don't know if Ding could. China's expensive in the big. I mean, I don't know. Maybe after the tech crackdown, it's not as expensive, but China's probably pretty expensive in the big cities. Also, I mean, Ding probably had to spend at least. I mean, Ding had to spend probably at least 100,000 on people who were working with him, I assume. And then, of course, the Chinese Chess Federation takes 50% right off the top. So, or sorry, it's not 800, it's 1.2. Sorry. So, yeah, so probably it's about 500 net of taxes, maybe. Still very, very good, obviously, but I mean, that's not enough to buy a mansion in a big city in China. Yeah, I don't think they're taxes. I don't think they're taxes, although I don't know. I just know that I just know they take 50% right away. Just like Twitch, yeah, just take 50%. Yeah. 100K to trainers. Well, if you have people working you for months and months, like it's not cheap. Like if you hire somebody to do work for you for one single tournament, it's a lot different. Let's go check. Let's take. Yeah, it's much different. I guess I'll go here, maybe keep an eye on the diagonal. Did I bet on the world championship? No, you guys, I did not bet on the world chess championship. Not at all. Nope. Ding chilling. Yes, Ding is chilling. He's chilling bigly. Does Fide take a cut from the sponsor tournament? Oh yes, they do. Fide I believe gets 20% cut of the entire prize fund. So that's why for Fide they're very incentivized. Like they had to make the event happen. So if the event doesn't happen, this is their biggest money maker, I think. Maybe I'm wrong on that. Maybe they make more elsewhere overall, but I mean, if you run a match, the prize fund is 2 million. That means that on 2 million, the organizers have to give an additional 200,000 to Fide, I believe. Or no, it's 400,000, 20%, not 10%. Let's castle. Will Ding be able to get more money for playing in events now? Maybe. I don't think so. I mean, I really don't see that happening. Is what I would say. I don't see it. Fide gets 20%, Federation gets 50%. Ding is going to end up with $8.39. No, but the Chess Federation, there's a difference. Fide doesn't get any of the cut from the players. It's the organizers who have to pay. So I believe, if I'm not mistaken, I believe that the organizers have to pay Fide directly. I don't think that comes out of the players money, but I could be wrong on that, obviously. Let's take and take. He gets 1 check, he gets 2 checks, but I dodge. And I think I'm still gonna win the game. Maybe. Yeah, I win the game because I get knight f4 was interesting with takes and queen g7 ideas, but he missed it. Let's just take. Yeah, Jan gets 800k. So yeah. Do you have to get 3 checks? Yes, or checkmate. Both ways work. Let's just play d5 again. I think my openings are a little bit shaky actually in 3 check. I don't think I'm playing precise openings. Imagine Nepo losing for a 3rd time. Well, Nepo has to get there for a 3rd time. Like there's no guarantee. I mean, it's not that easy. So Nepo made more than Ding. Actually, yes, because I remember like back in the old days when Sergey was still in chess and he wasn't persona non grata. Wait, I got to be very careful here. I guess I go here. Got to dodge a check. Sergey was always talking about that great flat rate. It's like he was always talking about it's like 13% flat rate or something. He was always like very happy about that. So let's go f5 here. So yeah, actually if the flat rate is 13%, then Jan actually he might make more money. Who knows if that's true or it's gone up or whatever. I mean, I don't keep track of all that stuff. But yeah, there is some chance. There is some chance. Some chance. Have I ever rented a supercomputer for super high level prep? No, I haven't. I have my own computers. Get b3. That hangs a rook, but I think I should just keep going after his piece here, trade some stuff and keep it simple. I'm not a renter. Yeah, of course not. No, I have computers that run on Windows and Linux. So that's all I need to say about the topic. Isn't it 55-45 because they went to tie breaks? Oh, is it? Oh, I didn't know that. The prize money changes maybe. I take knight f4, bishop f7. Oh no, I just hung the game. Or did I? Maybe not. I think I might have just hung the game. Maybe not. Let's see. We'll see if there's a third check or not. It takes, I go here. If he checks, I can take. This is very close to losing, but it's maybe okay. See what he does here. They send the world championship to other GMs run supercomputers. Do you think Team Magnus is? Well, the only question as far as supercomputer goes is whether people are running like supercomputers that they own, or whether they're renting it from other sources. That's it. So yeah. Anyway. Yeah. Let's keep going. He goes knight g6, so I take a block. Yeah, I think I'm actually winning now. I don't think he can stop the 3 checks on my end. He gave up too much material trying to get the 3 checks. Have I called Ding or Jan after the match? No, of course not. But I mean, I'm sure I'll see. I mean, we'll see how much Ding is playing. Actually, Ding has not been playing much chess. Like, I mean, that's the other thing. Ding just hasn't played much chess in recent times. Actually, it's GG. I go knight f2. That's GG. But I'm sure I'll see them around. Obviously, like as I said in the tweet, like, you know, big congrats to Ding. I mean, it's like someone had to win. I think everybody wanted both. Even Hikaru saying smiley. How do I get rid of the smiley? Actually, I put the smiley, but I meant to delete it, but it's still sending it. I don't know. Anyway, let's play e6 here. What is the sport I enjoy the most? For playing tennis, for watching, it's probably playoff hockey. So yeah, it's just all relative. Let's go d5 and c6 here. Keep it simple. Be real. Do you think you could have won that championship? I don't look at what ifs. I've never have, and I think it's very bad to look at what ifs. So I think when you look at what ifs, you take yourself down a very dangerous path of like negativity. That's not beneficial. Like even if let's just say hypothetically, I'm like I thought to myself, and I do not actually think this, but let's just say I look at this, I'm like, oh man, these guys, they play like 2200s, like they're terrible chess players, blah blah blah. You know, even if I really think that, what happens if I believe that? All that happens, I'm like, oh man, I messed it up. I couldn't draw in that game. I could have made it into the match. I would have won. I'd be world champion. La di da di da. I would have, you know, you can have all those what ifs, but there's nothing productive that comes out of it. So I don't really look at the what ifs. As I said, if I had finished second, I'll say this for, you know, I'll say this until the day I die. I still very strongly believe Magnus would have played the match, even if he said differently. So that's the first thing. Secondly, even if I had made it to the match, there's no saying that Nepo would have played the exact same openings. Like there's like Nepo would have played the same way if I had been in the match. So like you can't do an apples to apples. It's more like apples to grapes, or no, apples to like steak. It's like apples to steak. You can't compare apples to steak. I don't know if that makes sense, but actually that probably doesn't really make sense. But yeah, you can't compare an apple and a steak. Yeah, it just doesn't work like that. Apples to pineapples, yeah. Let's go knight g4. Who's the steak? It's not their steak. It's just like you can't compare it. All the players are different. Yeah, one is more steak, or one is more calories. Yeah. I'm gonna go here. I don't know if it's right, but it looks right. It might not be right. Apples to oranges. I'm hungry. Yeah, so by the way, once we end the arena, you guys, we're going to start covering world championship stuff and going from there. So that's what we'll be doing next. Seriously, but you deserve to be there. I mean, again, like, what good comes out of thinking about such things? There's nothing good that comes out of it. I don't actually look at it that way. I just, like, I look at the match and I think, you know, okay, it was a good match, players made it, that's that. In the old days, probably you're right. In the old days, I probably would have thought about it differently. I'd be like, oh man, how did I mess that up? I screwed it all up. Could have made it. I could have made it, but I don't actually think about that anymore. That's GG. Let's keep going. Does the esports Olympics start soon? I wouldn't know because I'm not playing in it. I was ranked number 2 once. Yeah. Let's go knight f3 here. I think c3 d4 playing the classic pyramid opening is very standard. I think it's a good opening as a general starter. So let's go e4. Now I'm gonna go e5 here, I guess. Maybe knight bd2, knight c4. Go here, knight c4. This looks a little bit dubious. I think actually in the opening playing e6 systems might be, I think you have to play it, but somehow it's hard to play. Like I get e5 and very quickly there's this weakness that he has to deal with. That's a big problem. Like immediately I'm already winning here. Do I think Ding will hold the world championship? Very hard to tell. Very hard to tell. I mean, first of all, I think if Magnus returns, again, no guarantees on Magnus returning, but let's presume Magnus returns. I don't think Ding can beat Magnus in a match. I don't think it will even be close. Now that's the first possibility. Second possibility is, do I, you know, Ali Reza, assuming that he actually is going to play chess and not quit completely, become a fashion designer. If he plays chess, I think there's a very good chance that Ali Reza will beat Ding. Now beyond that, nobody knows, but those two guys, if either of them were to make it, I think they are probably odds on favorites against Ding, is what I would say. Let's go check. I think both Magnus and Ali Reza are big favorites against Ding in a match. Ever thought of starting your own streaming service like Kick or Twitch, streaming chess? I mean, at my age that would be insane. If I was like 20 and there's nothing on the line, that's a different story. But at my age, like trying to reinvent the wheel is just like not practical, I guess. Like, yeah, I could try and do it, maybe I could be insane like Elon, but then I'm gonna have to waste like 10 to 15 years essentially trying to do a startup. And for what exactly? For what? Like it's just insane to look at it that way. If I was 20 maybe, but not at 28, that's for sure. For an extra 40 million. You know, money has a purpose, you guys. You know, past a certain point, what even is the point of money? If you get to live a comfortable life, you have a good life. I mean, what you need an extra yacht, you need an extra 5 mansions, you need 20 more Bugattis. I mean, come on, let's play e4. So yeah. I mean, yeah, 20 to 20. I mean, yeah, you can have 20 Bugattis. I could rip off my shirt, but like, okay, what's the point? What's the point? Okay. So we got bishop e7. I'm gonna play knight bd2 here. Maybe I'll go e5 at some point. If Ali Reza would beat him, then I would definitely beat him. Nah, I mean that's not realistic either. I mean, that's why you play. It's like that it's the same chess is the exact same thing as sport at the end of the day. When you look at sports, like why did the Boston Bruins and the Florida Panthers play? I mean, Bruins, they had the best regular season in the history of the National Hockey League. They play because just because you have the greatest performance in X number of terms does not make you the best at the end of the day. And in chess, it's the exact same thing. Ali Reza was actually probably the odds-on favorite to win the candidates last time around. He did not win. He finished, I think, he won the last game or two, so he didn't finish at the absolute bottom of the table, but he didn't have a good result. So that's just a reality. That's just a reality. Good knight g3 here. Try to play on the king side. So anyway, got bishop g4. I'll play h9 trade. He does not have that much experience. Yeah, I mean, I really hope Gucci Reza returns to chess, honestly, because I think that if you look at the players objectively, when I look at the future, the two players who I think have the brightest future are Ali Reza Firouzja and of course Noterbeck. Noterbeck, I have very high hopes for Noterbeck. Let's take g7. I assume I'm getting 3 checks here if I'm not mistaken, but yeah, I think that Noterbeck for many years I've had a very high opinion of him, and I think that Noterbeck definitely could make it. Really optimistic. Noterbeck is, if you put a gun to my head and maybe pick a junior who I think has the chance, the best chance of getting there is no Rebecca, and primarily that's because none of the other guys have displayed a fearlessness. What about so and so? What about so and so? Nobody cares about so and so. Let's go check here and go from there. You can play queen g5, you can play queen h5. I can also move my knight to e6 and play bishop g7. Let's take on g2 here. I very much enjoy seeing you streaming. It's a bright light in the internet. Thank you so much. I go check. It's called the ambulance. Oh my, I miscounted. Oh my god, I miscounted. I thought I miscounted the checks. I can't count. I miscounted the checks there. I mean, I just miscounted them. I thought that was the second check, and I play queen h7. Skill issue, exactly. Yeah, big skill issue there. Yeah, I just miscounted the checks. Counting to 3 is difficult, I know. Call the ambulance for me. Yeah, let's go here and castle. That was pretty funny, actually. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty funny. Go e4. Rangers versus Devils. Tough game 7. I don't know who's gonna win. Let's go check. I think I'm gonna go all in here with knight g4. Should we expect more players leaving the title like Magnus? I think it depends. I think if you look at Ali Reza, for example, I think Ali Reza, for example, or sorry, what was I saying? Okay, let's just take and go queen h4 here. Like Ali Reza, for example, I think that the future is very bright for him, but if he wants to focus on I mean, if he wants to focus on playing or not playing, sorry, but being a fashion designer, I mean, it's very realistic. I think there's, you know, one of the big landscape changes or shifts in chess in the last probably few years is that now there are many opportunities to make money outside of purely playing for the top players, and so because of that, it's actually quite different. It's quite different. I'm gonna go here and hit the queen, and that never used to exist the way that it does now. So because of that alone, you could see more people focusing on sort of the areas that are adjacent to professional chess, for sure. Like, you know, like you could see Ding get, like, you could see Ding, for example, who knows, maybe if Alibaba is finally out of the doghouse, maybe Alibaba gives Ding like $2 million and then he just plays a couple tournaments here or there outside of the match, and suddenly he's not a pro chess player anymore either. So it's all very relative. Let's play d6 and knight f6 here. Yeah, it just depends. Would I wear Alireza's design at the candidates? Good one. Yeah. Anyway, so that's the general gist of it. Let's play h6. Do top GMs only play for money? This might be a mistake, by the way. He could have maybe taken his castle here, and we'll see what happens. But it never used to be like that in chess. So that is the other big shift as it relates to things like Fide, even, is that when it relates to these, let's just take and take. When it relates to these sorts of things, I think that at the end of the day, in the past, players were very desperate to play tournaments, that no matter what the situation was, because it was the only way to earn a living. But now that's not actually the case anymore with all these things that are going on, and that's definitely is very I allowed a second check. That's actually one of the things that Fide has, which is a big problem for them, is that players are not as beholden to them anymore, because there are many other avenues to make revenue. There are many other events online being held, like great companies like chess.com. You have Grandchester, you have all these different things going on that are completely different from the past. So that's why Fide also is in very, very bad shape right now. We get f4. I think I will just take the pawn and take back on f6 here. I can play rook d4, rook e4. Looking pretty peachy for me. I missed a check when I retreated. Okay, happens. At d3, I think I'm just gonna go like rook g8, take the pawn. He's got what, 2 checks here, so I need to be a little bit careful. Let's just take. Yeah, now I take, that's 1. I can just go back and block. Okay, but I get check and he can't stop the 3rd check. Yeah, he can't stop the 3rd check here, so yeah. Let's play knight f3 here. I did a 3rd check, which was also mate. Yeah, that's nice. Let's play e3. Did I contact lawyers? No, but I already had spoken before to lawyers about this topic, and you know, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's not worth it for anybody really. So, you know, if there's a big event down the road, I might consider it again, and we can actually see what happens. But there's no need right now for any of it, for any side. But you know, it's what it is. It's what it is. Let's castle here and play knight takes d4. Position should be completely fine. Let's play rook e1 here. Takes, all very good. Let's take bishop h2. Bishop h2 is a problem. Okay, so let's take, and I'm gonna go king h1. I have to dodge the second check. Let's go king h1 and knight f3 here. So we'll go from there. Daniel's 3200. Yeah, no, I mean the ratings go up and down on chess.com. Knight g4 is a very good move, by the way. Yeah, this could be bad. Let's go rook e2 here. I also have bishop h7 to flick the check, but probably not right. Yeah. Fide doesn't always look at the greater good. They're always stuck on what they perceive as power over the players. I mean, it's been that way for many years. It's nothing new. I do have to be careful. If I go queen e1, because now I'm hitting the bishop here. So if he takes, I just take. Have to be very careful here. Have to be very careful how I play this position. Daniel farms off 3-0. Yeah, of course. I mean, my rating's a little bit low, but it'll get back up. It's all part of the nature of the game. All part of the nature of the game. Yeah. I'm gonna play knight f3 to hit the queen here. You can move the queen. I still have a check on h7. I can still take the bishop here if I want to. We'll see what I do. We keep going. Why is my rating 2400? Because this is 3 checks. We're playing 3 checks, not regular. Yeah, queen f6. Now I could take the bishop, or the knight rather. Yeah, I think that's just a blunder. Queen h5 is the move, because now after it takes, I just take, unless I'm missing something. Queen h5 is the only move there. I don't know why I did this. Just take. Yeah, he completely bungled this. Now he's just going to be down 2 pieces for nothing. Would I ever do a charity boxing match with Magnus? That would be kind of funny. But I do value my okay, so here I should be winning. I'm just going to cover up the king. But actually I realized he's got no pieces left on the board. Yeah, he's got no pieces left, only a rook, so he can't sack. Knight takes f2 was winning instead of queen f6. Aha, interesting. Yeah. Let's go knight f3. Play e3. It will be something show if the world champion can't defend the position the year after year. There's a new guy. Yeah, I mean that will not be very good for chess, obviously, but it is what it is. I mean, really the question is what happens now going forward, because like the match happened and everything, everybody knew for a long time we're gonna end up in the situation where Magnus would not be the world champion, and we're gonna see, like, are people gonna be like okay with it? Are things gonna continue to thrive, or are people gonna be like, well, this just isn't right at all? Now you can't blame the players, but that is the question. Now the match is finally over and you have a new world champion, what's going to happen going forward? The big question mark. Let's play c4, knight c3, and keep going. I played a3 just to stop knight b4. I mean, the other big question, what's not right about it? No one forced Magnus quit. Well, the thing is that at the end of the day, in chess there have been many schisms over the years where you've had people be world champion where frankly they were not the best player. Like for many years, like you had Gary Kasparov, I want to say from, was it 19, because it was like 1993 94, sometime around then. Gary Kasparov broke away from Fide, formed his own rival organization, and so he was the best player in the world. Everybody viewed him as the world chess champion, but he had it separate. He was completely separate and separate from Fide. So it has happened before where you've had schisms within the world of chess. One second, let's see what happens here. But the thing is, like, at the end of the day, that's not really what you want. Like, you want the best player to be like the world champion. That's like what you want. And so for it's happened before, but generally but in recent times it hasn't been the case. So that's why everyone's so sad, because you had Magnus Carlsen, the clearly the best player in the world, as the world chess champion. So it seems like everything was like going in the right direction. But now you're in a situation where you're going to have Ding Liren, who's not the best player in the world, as the world champion, and whether people are really going to be like happy about that, how is it going to work, all these other things. I have to take the bishop here, stop the mate. Yeah, so we'll see. Nobody knows. King h8, so I can play e4. I can trade the knights. I mean, I guess I'm just gonna trade the knights here and play like queen e2 and queen f3. Let's go here and queen f3. You've won 3 out of the 3 bullet brawls. Not bad for a 28-year-old. Yeah. Let's just trade the queens here. Keep going. 14 minutes left. I'll go use the restroom after this arena, and then we'll move on to world championship coverage. We have the CCT and a lot of other things to talk about as well. Let's play f4 here. What I think is the average age of my viewers, I have no idea, actually. No idea. So let's go here. Great Bastion with the knight. I also have diamond hands formations here with the bishops and the pawns. Let's just go here on bishop e7 maybe. I don't actually know. Let's go here. I misplayed. Let's go back. Okay, I get 1 check. Trying to keep the position closed. Let's just go here maybe. Can I say hello like I do in the beginning of the YouTube videos? Welcome back, everyone. Okay, let's play f3 here and keep going. There you go. All right, let's just play e4, open up the position. Let's go d5 here. That's 2 checks. He can't stop the pawn, right? No, he can't stop it. I get to the end of the board. That's GG. All right, let's keep going. Next game. www. Yeah, it sounded so over the top. Welcome back, everyone. Let's play e3 here. And play c4. I'll just go knight c3. I can obviously trade. I can also play d4 next and we'll go from there. Play a3, force a trade, take with a pawn. Actually, b4 just wins the game. Take. Let's go check. There should be a way to win this right away. Actually, let's take. There should be a way to win with the extra check. I think I have bishop c4. I go here because I have multiple checks. I know this is a fourth one, but it should be a win. When will you be practicing for the Chess Champions Tour? Before the event. I mean, Norway chess is more important than the there's no dead stare. Welcome back, everyone. Okay. Let's take a check and go from there. How's the arena going? Pretty good. Let's checkmate. Next game. Gonna finish 3rd in the event. Play e6 and knight f6. He's creeping me out. Yeah. Yeah. You said you'll do it when you're angry. I want to do the welcome back, everyone. Or I want to do welcome back, everyone. I hate you all. You're the worst. Anyway, let's go knight a6 and knight c5. I want to do something like that, but it's like I always want to do that, but then like I know if I do that, it's gonna people are like WTF, what the heck? Yeah, I want to do that, but I just can't bring myself to do it. Okay, let's play knight c5 here and attack the bishop. Clipped out a contest, yeah. Yeah. Let's take the bishop. Oh, I had check, but I didn't do it. Let's go b6, bishop b7, and c5. It feels so unnatural to do that. Yeah. Yeah, at some point I'll do it. It just has to be the right video so that people don't get really angry at me. Imagine if you just came in and they're like, and you gave that intro. It's like, yeah. Playing subs. Actually, you guys, we're gonna be doing a sub battle between our subs on Twitch and our subs here on Kick at some point in the near future, you guys. We will be doing that. We'll be doing that. I don't know when we're doing that, probably either at the end of this week or early next week. But we're gonna be doing a sub battle between our subs on Twitch and our subs on Kick. Yeah. Also, for those of you guys who are interested in subbing here on Kick as opposed to Twitch, the big advantage, of course, that if you sub, you are supporting me, the streamer. So out of the $5 to subscribe, you do get, I will get 95% of that sub revenue. So on Twitch, it's a 50-50 split, which is the lowest in the industry. So out of those $5 on Twitch, I will get $2.50. On Kick, I get $4.75. So if you are interested in subbing, make sure that you do sub here on Kick. I have to be careful. I think I'm gonna go King h8 here, maybe. Did I see the opening ceremony? You mean closed ceremony? But I didn't watch it. No. I think I'm gonna play f5 here to attack the knight. Do I get annoyed playing kids? No, of course not. I assume at some point there will be ads on Kick. I just don't know what. I mean, I assume there have to be, but who knows. He trapped his knight, by the way, so I should be winning. Knight h6, I take. The worst part about this, though, is he didn't even get a check in this. He didn't even get a check. So he's down a knight, but he didn't get a check. And I'm going to play d5 to close the center, so there's no funky business happening. Actually, no. Let's go. How do I stop? I mean, maybe just d5 to close the center. Makes sense. Hi Hikaru, do you remember playing at the Long Island Chess Club back in the, I want to say, late 90s? Yeah, you're talking about the Long Island Chess Club in it was called the Nassau Chess Club, I think is what it was called. Yeah, I remember those days very well. It was like 1997, 98. You go in the building and there's like, you walk down the stairs into the basement. Yeah, that's like 1997, 1998. That's like long time ago, but I remember that very well. Yeah, I would go and play there. It would be the three of us, myself, my stepfather, and my brother. Yeah, the good old days, the glory days. Let's play Queen G8 and Queen G4. Yeah, I think I stopped playing there in 1998 or 1999. They always had, like, I want to say it was on like a Thursday. No, it wasn't a Thursday night. It feels like it had to be a weeknight, but I remember playing there. It's like 1997 and 1998. Yeah, those were great times. Those were the good old days. But I do remember it quite well because, like, we would go there and you'd play the 4 games, and I even remember there were people like Irina Crush who would play there as well. So it was a great time. Yeah, it definitely was a weeknight. I remember it was definitely a weeknight, and it's like the tournaments would go forever. It was like 4 games. I think it was 4 games of game 30, I think, if I remember correctly, something like that. But yeah, great times. Let's play bishop g5 and hit the pawn on e3 here. I remember recently I actually did look it up. I was looking it up to see if I could find some information, but I don't think it exists anymore. What was the weather like? Yeah, the weather, exactly. Let's go rook h6 and rook h1 and rook h2. Go here, hit the bishop. Yeah, I'm still in the NY chess scene, and I am still in NY. The chess scene is not the best anymore. Yeah, I mean, I feel bad because a lot of the chess scenes, I mean, clubs have suffered because of the boom. I mean, the boom has been good in some ways, but it's also been very bad. I go check, I do the yo-yo, and it's GG. Go here. All right, guys, I'm gonna use the restroom very quickly, and we'll keep going. Give me, actually, no, let's finish the arena first. But I mean, the boom has been good and bad. It's been very bad because chess clubs have really been decimated. You don't have that same environment that used to exist, so you don't have that environment. It's very unfortunate for sure. Let's play d5 knight d7. They got decimated because nowadays it's so easy to play online. Why would you want to drive to go play in a tournament when you can just play online? I mean, it's just a sad reality. Go d4, close the center here. Like when I was growing up, there was the Manhattan Chess Club, which no longer exists. There was the Long Island Chess Club, which was great. There was, of course, the Marshall Chess Club, which still exists. Still they have tournaments and everything, but also not quite the same. So yeah, I mean, those were the glory days. I remember them very fondly, very fondly. Take the knight. Oh, let's go here, and there should be 3 checks somewhere. Maybe knight g4, knight h2. Go check, and let's go mate. All right, one more for the road. I'll go use the restroom, then we'll move on to world championship coverage. So let's just finish this off in style. I just blundered bigly. Can I actually avoid losing here? I think I might be able. I mean, I just gave him 2 checks. He's looking for a forced win. I don't think it exists here. At least I hope it doesn't exist. Knight e2 is definitely not the move. I just take. Trying to be really sneaky and go queen a4, queen b3. Wait a second. Like queen b6. How do I do this? Wait a second. There should be a way to cut him off with a pass. there a way to cut him off? I think e6 is the move, actually. Go here. No check. I don't think there's a third check for him, actually. It goes knight d4. I can play knight a6 maybe. Yeah, let's go knight a6 here, because now I want to go and check too. Oh, he had a win that he missed. He missed a win. He had a forced win there, actually. Queen a5 was a forced win, but he missed it. So now, wait. Now it's not so trivial, though, because now I'll go here and castle. Queen a5 with the idea of queen d8 was winning before knight a6. Now it's not so trivial. Knight c5, queen a5, knight d3, king f1 was winning for him as well. So that's why I have to play bishop d6. I can't castle because there's knight e7. It was d4, which looks kind of insane to me. I mean, because now I'm going to get a check with d2. D4 is a very weird move. Get one check. He's got to be very careful here, because it's very close to losing for white now. Now I go... Wait, I can also make a queen, but wait, no, let's go here. I have check. No, he just blundered. I win the game now. He missed end peasant, I think. That's GG now. Let's go here. Yeah, it's just over. Yeah, blunder bishop a6, and now it's GG. There's no check. Game over. Queen was win, right? No, it wasn't, but I gotta be careful here. Okay, so first things I'm gonna make a second check, and then I'm gonna take, and now I can't stop it. So I have check and check and check. He can't stop all three, or check on e4 if he moves the king away. Yeah. No, there's no queen b8. He's pinned. No, he can't go queen b8. He's pinned. Queen b8, he's pinned. He can't do it, actually. So, all right, I'm gonna use Restroom very quickly, and we'll be right back, you guys.